from Squared. I'm Melissa.
I'm Raquel.
And we're here to spread a little holiday cheer today. As you can see, I'm all dressed up in my little elf pajamas. It was pajama day at school.
I don't like Christmas. So.
Okay. Today we're here to share with you our Once Upon a Book Club Advent Edition.
This is different than the normal Once Upon a Book Club, which is a monthly book box subscription where you get a book, and inside the book you'll have little notes that tell you ever so often to stop and open a gift that goes along with the story. In this case, we're doing an Advent calendar.
Yes, and we were so excited we couldn't stop reading, so we already went through and read all 12 days and have opened the gifts, but we're going to share them with you so that you can see what came in it. This is how the box looks when it arrived. It's really large, as you can see from the side view. It's a very large box. It has 12 gifts in there, and they're wrapped with the 12 for 12 days Advent for countdown to Christmas. And the book is a special edition book created by Once Upon a Book Club. It contains 12 short stories that have they're not really like they're not holiday. They don't go into like Christmas or Hanukkah or anything like that. It might mention in some of the stories that it's the holiday season or something like that, but it is short stories that you can enjoy around this time of year as you're doing your countdown to Christmas.
Mom and I did pick up a theme, and we thought that the theme for this book box, this Advent calendar, was cooking.
Definitely cooking. There was a lot of stories that had to do with baking and bakeries and cooking. Also, another theme that we saw throughout this book was, of course, books. There was a lot of talk about books, about being in a library and things like that. So those were some of the common themes throughout the different stories.
So in this case, this Advent calendar is 12 days. So you're supposed to start it on day 14 and then continue on until day 24, which is Christmas Eve. We decided to go ahead early, and we got this in a way enough time to be able to read it every single day as we wanted to. But yeah, you guys ready? We're going to start with our first gift. And you do it when you get to page 15, and it says, "Her gaze darted to the book lying open in front of me on the table, and her eyes widened. What are you reading? Open your gift."
Gift number 1 comes in this little package. As you can see, we've already got it cut open. And when you open it, you can kind of guess that it was a book because it asked what she was reading. And oh my gosh, we were so excited. This is on our TBR list. House of Hollow. So this was gift number 1, so we're off to a great start. It's by Crystal Sutherland. I'm so excited to read that one.
And then the next one, which is on page 24. And then, like I said, they usually put in a sticky note. Since this is a book literally made for them, by them, they were able to put pretty much a sticky note picture into the book. And then they highlighted the piece that you read. She looks down at the jute mat, pristine despite the years. It has black letters in a crisp line that don't say welcome like any old mat, because Auntie would never be so boring. It reads, "Come back with the books."
So here's day 2. It comes in this cloth with day 2 written on it. And when you untie it,
She's struggling.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it is a
Welcome
mat that says, "Come back with a book."
Come back with books. Which is very perfect for our house since we're starting to collect all these reading materials. It's lovely. It's very made me very giddy when we got it.
Yes.
Our next one, which is on page 57, it says, "A small ceramic gray jar rest in the box. As I pull it out, I notice the words, "To be read," curled along the side of it.
And we already opened this, and I forgot, I was so excited. I forgot to keep the wrapping so that we could re-unbox it. So it's already open, but anyway, it says "To be read." And on top is a little, it looks kind of like a coin slot. And it is where you can insert all of your to be read things. It also came with these little tabs that you can write what you want to read on those and stick it in the slot. And it came with a little note which went along with the story, which is this tiny little note here.
It's a nice little touch.
Yes, it is. It's very cute. So excited about this. Okay.
And then our next one, which is found on page 90. Ivy was holding one of the most beautiful books she'd ever seen. The binding was purple with streaks of gold. As she was looking at it, Ivy's breath caught as she traced her finger over the names at the bottom of the cover. Ivy Sybil, and Adler Owens were printed on the bottom in gold lettering.
Okay. Package number 4, day 4. And you can probably guess. What is it? Bam! Another book. And this one is "You'll Be the Death of Me" by Karen McManus. And is very interesting looking on the front. So we're excited to read this one as well. Okay.
Okay, our next one is on page 120. I unwrapped the second parcel and raised my eyebrows at the contents. 2 book-shaped cookie cutters. I wonder what it could be.
Number 5.
Did I skip one?
Yeah, you skipped one. We're in number 5. That was day 6.
That's not, they don't really have it labeled. Oh,
Alright,
yeah,
go
I
back.
did.
There you go.
But it was, so on this one's actually on page 108. But it was still there. You and I will know that. I'm okay with drawing over it. He glanced at the table runner and then grinned at Robin. How do book quotes sound to you?
Day 5. So we're expecting some kind of maybe table runner with a book quote on it. And look what we got. So cute.
This is a very long one too.
It's very long.
And it has many, many book quotes, all different from different books.
Yes.
It's very nice.
And it's a very nice, thick, very good quality. Oh my gosh, it's so
Yeah.
exciting. But there's so many different book quotes on here from all these different books, as you can see by how many layers of writing is on this. So we were excited about this one too. Okay, now back to day 6.
Also, just so you guys know, because I'm not sure, I don't remember if we said this. All of these are 12 different stories.
Yeah.
That's one thing also. You read a whole new story, and there's 12 gifts to go with each story. So that's why there's not really any connection to them, except for the theme. They had a theme, that's about it.
Yeah, throughout the book.
On page 120, so the one I read before, I unwrapped the second parcel and raised my eyebrows at the contents. 2 book-shaped cookie cutters.
And inside this, you get a letter again, which correlates right directly with the story. And it looks like a handwritten letter. And it's supposed to be from grandmother. And then inside, you got 2 cute little cookie cutters.
In the shape of a book.
Shape of books. Very cute.
So our next one, which is on page 131, Fallon pulls the first book from the box, running her fingers over the familiar cover and inhaling the scent of many a childhood night spent sneaking books they were supposedly too young for from their parents' shelves.
Okay, you can kind of guess by the shape and what it was suggesting. It is another book. Yay! This one is called The House. And it is by Christina Lauren.
Cool.
Masterfully told and wholly original was a comment on the cover. So we're excited about that one as well.
Yes. Our next one's on page 161. Inside the brown paper, she discovered a beautiful new recipe book.
This one was wrapped, so we had to unwrap it, and then it was in this box. Says day 8.
Girl, you lying. He's in a box the whole time.
And then here we go. Recipe. On the back it says, eating and reading are two pleasures that combine admirably. From C.S. Lewis. And inside it's got places where you would write all your family recipes, and all the tabs on the side is to separate them into like sections for like main course, dinner,
salads,
snacks, desserts. And also inside the box, along with the recipe book, was a set of
measuring spoons.
So cute. They are, this one is, looks like bamboo, and then the rest of them are silicone.
Our next one's on page 190. As she pulls it open, she was surprised to see a small white makeup bag fall out at her feet.
Okay, this one, you can kind of guess what it might be. A makeup bag, and it looks like a checkout from an old library book. Like when you used to go to the library and have a card in there to check out. But inside was this cute little necklace, and it says, through thick and thin. One of them is a little bit thicker than the other. You might not be able to tell exactly, but there it is. And it's like a friendship necklace. You give one and you keep one.
Oh, I'm not ready. I was distracted. Okay, our next one's found on 204. 1, a rather sad-looking book. The leather cover in almost the same shamble quality as Abba's shoes and a pair of dusty sandals.
Okay, you can kind of guess maybe what it might be by the shape of the wrapping. This one doesn't want to come out. And yes, it is another beautifully done book cover. Look how beautiful that is. And it is All This Time by Miki Daughtry. Probably
Looks like daughter.
Daughtry. And Rachel Lippincott.
That's
Here, I'll let you look because I
We're
might
not
not
the
be
best.
saying that right. And I want to give them their props. Okay. Nice.
Okay, we're on our second to last one, and this one is page 230. She tugged the zipper back. It seemed to be some sort of folded mat.
All right, day 11. And it came inside of this nice little zip pouch bag. And it says self-care.
And it gives you 3 different examples of
self-care.
definitions about self-care,
Also, there is a letter inside.
which goes along with the story for this one.
And what we discovered was a foldable yoga mat. So it unfolds.
And then
And it also has
poses.
the yoga poses on it.
I thought this was really cute.
Yes, very nice.
It was one of our most shocking but nice gifts.
Yes, because we were like, usually yoga mats are round, but this one, they got a foldable one, so it can easily travel with you to the gym in your gym bag.
And our last gift, it's on page 247. A mess of brown curls dusted with snow peeked over the edge of Corey's hammock, hanging between 2 trees before a fire pit.
Okay, here's the bag it came in, day 12. And inside is, it says Away I Go Reading.
Go away, I'm reading. Go away, I'm reading is
Go
what it
Away,
says.
I'm Reading. And it is indeed a travel
Hammock.
So you can, it tells you the directions are in there, and it shows you how to put it between two trees.
Away I go.
Away I go
I'm
reading.
reading.
Away I go reading.
Alright, Mom, what do you think was your favorite gift from this? Because I really liked all of them just about, but is there one that you favor?
Oh gosh, I don't know. There are a lot of nice gifts. I'm excited about trying the hammock at the beach. Because I had thought about buying one of these travel hammocks. I see people at the beach with them all the time. But I don't know. I mean, I like a lot of them, so the cookbook was awesome. It's very thick pages and very good quality, so I really enjoyed that one as well. And then all of the extra books we got to read, it was just great. I don't think there's any that I didn't like.
I think this was a good gift if you was getting someone something like this. All of them are all kind of, especially if they're book lovers, I feel like it's kind of hard to find book themed things that are of good quality, and all of these are of really good quality, and they all have book themes, and it was very nice. And you can definitely tell that this team right here put extra time and effort in customizing and really making sure that their readers would enjoy what they get. So it was really nice.
Yep. And the stories throughout the book, there are some that you'll love, some that you might think are just okay, but it's a variety of different types of stories. Some were like kind of fairy tale like, and some were more realistic fiction. So I think there's a little bit of something in there for everyone.
I hope you get your own. They're sold out this year, but it seems like because this is volume 5, there's going to be one next year. Don't forget about this when the next year comes around. I think it's a lovely gift for any reader that you have in your house, or even if you just want to have a nice fun thing with good quality gifts.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Why don't you tell us what was your favorite gift and why? And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.